You're indecisive at this time when it comes to letting someone see something of yours. And the reason why that is because of you being mindful. But at the same time, it's like you being indecisive of making this decision is you not facing whatever it is that you need to face. And I feel like this could be boundaries that you need to start establishing for yourself. There's no secret when it comes to the type of person that you are. You are someone that is used to always letting someone see something of yours, used to always helping wherever you can help, especially when it comes to someone like having something to do with a job. But the thing is, you care too much. You care too much, and you care so much that when there's nothing more to give to a situation, you still find yourself indecisive about what is the best decision to make, all because of how mindful of a person that you are. And instead of choosing to set boundaries, you pretend that everything is okay instead of facing what you need to face, which is establishing those boundaries for yourself. But instead, you do nothing and pretend that everything is okay. When deep down, you may already feel that the people that you help or the person that you help may not help you in the same way, but you pretend that everything is okay. And you continue to not want to choose the option that you know that you need to face. So you pretend that helping the way that you help others is not related to you needing to set the boundaries that you need to set, but it is. Hello and welcome to Divinely Guided 999. My name is Lynetta and I'm back with another message for today. Before I get started with this reading, as always, I give thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. So let's finish getting into this reading. As I was saying, you are a mindful, kind person. And this situation that you're dealing with a particular person could be a friend with benefits that you don't want to face the reality of seeing it for what it is and pretending that everything is okay. So this is someone that whenever they need you, you show up. Even though you may feel as if though it should be some boundaries that you set. But then you find yourself being indecisive. And that indecision will lead to someone thinking that they can always depend on you because of how mindful and how kind and because of just how much you care. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to not always, I don't want to say not be mindful or not be kind or not care so much, but it's okay to establish boundaries because that is how you get balance. Because if someone feels like they can always come to you for any and everything, that's how you get used. That's how the caring too much starts to not look too good for you. Because then it's taking your kindness for a weakness. This is pretending to be okay when you know that the situation that you're dealing with when it comes to this friends with benefits situation. You know that this is not something that is solidified. You may have tried to act as if though this is a relationship, but deep down you know that this is just a friends with benefits situation. And it's one thing for that to be the case, and it's another when it comes to you caring too much about a person to where you find yourself helping out, doing things that this person may not even do for you, because this person doesn't have to be faithful towards you because of the type of situation that this is. And it could have been a time to where the two of you tried to start a relationship, but it was a false start. This is someone that you have history with, that you could have met when you were young. And like I said, when it comes to the points of where it's like once you see things for what it is, and once you realize you have to make a decision, and when the decision feel like it is hard to make, then you know where you stand. You know the decision that you have to make. You know that you should give no more to this situation, but yet you don't want to turn your back on this person. But the more you keep on helping someone, eventually that will affect your life. Eventually it will weaken you, because you're a strong individual that know how to deal with life, the things that life throw, and you someone that have great things going for yourself and opportunities. But if you're caring too much about someone else or even others, because this may just be how you be with everyone, because it's within you, that kind mindfulness, caring, that's in you. So it's like you can't take that away. That's not a front. That's just who you are. But you have to know when it's time to give and when it's time not to. So it's a balance that is needed to be had. Because if not, you can get used and used and used to the point to where it weakens you, to the point to where you're no longer doing great things or having these opportunities, because you're getting so used to the point to where it's draining you, to where it started not to look so good for you. As I said before, you could have found yourself in a space of just not knowing where you stand at with this person. I feel like this is something that may, like I said before, that may have tried to start off as a relationship, but it was a false start. And yet, sex still was being had, and it turns to a friends with benefits situation. But then it's time within this connection where it starts to feel as if though it's leading towards a relationship. So you having this unknowing of what you are had you questioning, like, what are we? And whatever this person is wanting to use of yours or wanting you to do has nothing to do with you. Like, these are opportunities for this person. This is not related to anything that has to do with you. But yet, because of how kind you are, you care. And you will go out of your way to make things happen for the people that you care about. This person could want to use your car. And that may be what the indecision is about, whether you should let someone use your vehicle or not. This person will block the opportunities that you do have. So that's why balance is needed, because you cannot continue to just be okay with constantly helping, constantly giving, because you will find yourself in a situation that is not related to them, but you won't have that same help. It won't be reciprocated. So just because something may not be looking so good for someone else doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to always help under certain circumstances, of course, because you are someone that is dependable. You're not someone that's just going to turn your back on people. You're wanting people to have this stability. You're wanting to see this person, and I say people because I feel like you are like this with everyone that you care about. You're wanting people to have this stability. You want this person to have that stability for themselves. But it does not have to happen on your watch. It's okay for this person and for people to do what they have to do to get themselves there. And this is exactly how it was a false start with this connection in the first place, is because it wasn't any stability. It wasn't any balance. It probably was a lot of on and off, in and out, ghosting, blocking each other, and just a question of figuring out, what are we? You met excuse me, you met this person when you were young, and like I said, I feel like it's history. I feel like it's a lot of history here, but now it's time for you to see things for what it is, understanding how you're not wanting to turn your back on the people that you care about, which is why you're not choosing. And it's time for you to choose. So you want to still be able to keep this connection going. You're not ready to make that decision. But as long as you don't make the decision that you know is best, you're going to go through them times of having your moments, having your moments with this person. Because, like I said, after a certain amount of time, after so much giving, it's going to start affecting you. You would think that this person, people should be appreciative and thankful for the things that you do, but eventually, for some reason, some people end up taking advantage of it, and instead of being appreciative, it ends up being like the other way around, to where it starts to affect you in a way, to where this person starts to view you in a way, but it's all just off of a reflection of themselves. So it's times where this person will uplift you when it comes to them being able to depend on you. And that's probably where not making a decision, don't want to choose, wanting to hold on to this connection, being indecisive about what you need to do is coming from. Is because of knowing where it's headed, knowing that it keeps the peace by you showing up. But the moment that you choose not to, the uplifting turns to downplaying, as if though you're not dependable when you are, just because you're choosing to say no to things instead of saying yes all the time. It's like you're changing up how to do something, and because of not always doing that and always being a people pleaser, it changes how a person really views you and sees you because they're used to you always showing up. So the moment that you say no is when this person treats you the complete opposite than how they would treat you when you say yes. And this affects your mental, because how it affects your mental when this person uplifts you because of you being dependable and them always being able to count on you. It boosts you up. It makes you feel good. The same way it affects your mental when you choose to say no and this person does not uplift you. Instead, they're viewing you different. They're even treating you different, and it makes you feel low about yourself. And also be mindful about this friends with benefits, because you might have a pregnancy scare. I feel like dealing with this situation, if you do not handle this situation in the way that it needs to be handled when it comes to you making a decision, well, I would say the right decision, the decision that you're scared to make, that you ain't been choosing, you will be experiencing some things within this connection that you don't even have to go through and experience. Because this will be you living your life from someone else's view. You get what I mean? Like living your life how this person wants you to live it. Because this person is, it's like they love you when you're going along, but the moment you're not, it upsets this person. And what they cannot get from you, they will go somewhere else and get it. Yeah, what they're not getting from you, they will go somewhere else and get it. It's times where this person is promiscuous. It's not all the time, but it is times where this person is promiscuous. But I feel like the only time that this person operates out of that is to get whatever it is that they want. So like if you are not giving it to this person will go somewhere else and get it. But the only way that this person can get it is by exchanging sex for what it is that they want. Whether it's money, whatever, just whatever it is. And that's sex, that's oral sex. And that may be something that be later exposed if you choose to continue to deal with this person. Because they're going to get caught up cheating in some type of way. Yeah, you got a decision that you need to make. Because in the long run, this will affect you. You may not feel like it affects you now because everything is going pretty good for you, but in the long run, dealing with this person, it will affect you. The things that they do will spill over into your life because they're going to be dependent on you for help. And then it's even to the point, what I just got was like how these YouTube videos pop up on YouTube about like how a spouse then unalived their other spouse because of not wanting to be together, and usually these are people that were in relationships with someone that took care of them, whether it was a woman or a man. Like, this is the type of energy I'm getting from this read. Where if you keep on pretty much feeding the monster, like they say, by giving this person everything that they want, that the moment that you decide not to, this person is gonna be upset about it. It may come off like they're upset, but they cool. But eventually, like, the more this person still continue for you to show up for them, like how they're used to you doing, and you don't, it's gonna blow this person up. And they're going to start to try to interfere with your world and the things that you have going on, to where it starts to interfere with your life. So be mindful about what you let this person do, how you help this person, what you let this person see, because it even may get to the point to where if you let this person see something of theirs, they're not going to take care of it like it's theirs, where you may end up having to like threaten this person about taking them to court for something that they did. But yeah, this will affect you if you do not make the decision in a timely manner. In a timely manner. It's going to become a little bit of a struggle of how you keep up with the routine of how you do things. So I feel like right now you are at a place to where you are needing to find the middle path. But I feel like you are there. And finding that middle path is you coming to terms with what things really are. And once you come to terms with what something is, you can sit with yourself and weigh your options, weigh the pros and weigh the pros and weigh the cons. Really sit with yourself and see which way is better taken, which will be a better decision for you. Because there's a need for you to find balance within this situation. Of course, be patient with yourself before making this decision, but don't be too patient to where you just don't want to face the reality of the situation, that you just don't make a decision at all, because that's still making a decision. And if you choose that route, what I just said is going to happen, and it's going to start affecting your life. Because when it comes to this connection, I feel like this is a connection that was meant to teach you about boundaries. You may care about this person too much, but when it comes to how this connection was meant to teach you, oh baby, this is a minor connection. This is not, you think you care about this person so much. Wait until you actually end up with someone that can reciprocate the same type of energy. That's when it's major. It's healing that needs to happen behind this connection with this person. This connection was meant to teach you. It was also meant to make you stronger in your boundaries as well. Because that's something that you did not have. So this is a connection that it actually is going to strengthen you due to what this person is teaching you or what this person has taught you if you learned the lesson. But then there go that card again where it's just like you want to act like you don't see things for what it is. You know that it's a major decision that you need to make deep down within your soul. You know this. And nothing is going to change until you choose to make that change. Things will become stagnant. Things will become imbalanced. Like how you trying to help someone balance out their life and make things easier and smoother for them, it's going to become harder for you. It's going to be more of a struggle for you. And that's just in general, like making sure that the connections that you are choosing are connections worth having. Because if you find yourself connected to someone that keep you at a place of imbalance where you having to give and you ain't doing no receiving, then that's keeping you stagnant. And it's also keeping opportunities from coming in like how they can be coming in for you. But it's all about what you're willing to gain from this lesson with this person. You done went back and forth to the same connection at least about 3 times. And it's because there's history here. But you know that every time you go back trying to give another opportunity for this to work again, it's the same thing. And it's the same thing. You don't gain anything from it. And it doesn't end up working out in the way that you see fit. Because this is not a connection that you're meant to stay in. It's only meant to teach you something. That's all. But yet you still don't want to move on from it. You choosing not to move on from this is blocking your own path. It's blocking your own path. And the crazy thing about it is that it's like you want to act like you don't know what's the best choice for yourself. And you acting like you don't know, not only is it blocking your path and opportunities, or it will block your path when it comes to finances. Like you will start to struggle just like this person. And it's almost like you just want to act like it's something that you don't know, but you do. Like you want to act like this is a secret, but it's not a secret though, because your soul, you can feel it within your soul that this is what it is. All type of red flags, but you still choose to take action towards keeping this connection, at least trying to keep it alive. So this is the message for today. I close off this message giving thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading.